mile bumper-to-bumper coverage and a 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Crazy prices going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia, and my question is, why buy anywhere else?
As football is a tradition in our community, so is Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We were here then, we are here now, serving our community for over 45 years. Continue the winning combination, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration for the win. Call 455-8757, the name you can trust.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
If you're looking for a branding solution, Molly Dixon welcomes you to LogoWare, where your business, school, athletic team, nonprofit, family group, and other organizations can get your logo or message displayed with silk screening up to 10 colors and embroidery up to 15 colors on everything from caps to socks and all the inner and outer wear in between, plus backpacks, luggage, duffel bags, handbags, and purses. All work is done locally, in-house, on nationally branded product from Nike, Eddie Bauer, New Era, Carhartt, North Face, Russell Outdoors, and many more. So simply, why should you entrust the branding of your business or organization to a stranger on the internet when you can spend your money with a local business that offers competitive pricing and local professional service? For the answer to this question, Molly invites you to visit her at LogoWare, 401 South Washington Street, Tullahoma, 931-222-4103. Jeff and Jay Dameron ask you to visit the Dameron Brothers stores, the short stop on the Manchester Highway, and Brothers Local Market on Clement Drive. Both offer great food and beverages, household goods, supplies, BP fuel, and with a courteous staff and clean environment. There is a Brothers Reward program in place at both stores. Brothers Local Market also offers non-ethanol fuel and will soon have a spirit pump where a percentage of the sales will be donated to Ferris School. And don't forget the fresh baked donuts, muffins, and other bakery items. Jeff and Jay invite you to take advantage of and enjoy the products and services at their locally owned stores, where your dollars grow the local economy and support local needs. Short stop on Highway 55, Manchester Highway, Brothers Local Market at the corner of Clement Drive and Old Winchester Highway.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Our kicker, or our captain last night, Tyreek Nard. Tyreek's had a great senior year. Young man that skinny as a rail at one time. He's still not real thick, but he's about 215, 220 pound defensive end, and has just played extremely well for us this year. And
he is a player.
Made a big time impact for our defense.
He and his bookend on the other side, Mr. Cummings.
Yeah, Cullum.
Seth, number 9.
They win the toss, and they're on decline, which is fine. We wanted the ball. We knew that they couldn't kick it to the end zone, so we felt like we were going to get good field position, and that's what's going to happen. We're going to get good field position. And Jackson Sheffield right here is getting ready to be like a shortstop and scoop this ball up.
His brothers, baseball playing brothers, would be proud of him.
And so we've got the ball out past the 41-yard line.
And our normal thing to do here throughout the season is to score.
Yes, it is, and Jacoby picks up a yard there. We're gonna come back. We're gonna try to throw the little screen to Jacoby here, swing screen, and boy, they just, all I can say is they beat us there, and
waiting on him.
So we pick up another yard, 3rd and long, and that seemed to be the whole story in the first half, is we seemed to be living in 3rd and long, and you can't constantly live there. Ryan Scott makes a good read, makes a decision to throw it out here. We had 2-on-2, and they're able to make the tackle though and stop us short. And Justice Chadwick punts the ball, and it rolls down inside the 10-yard line. So we flip the field. This is no complaints.
Can't ask for much better than that.
They're going to open up trying to throw the ball, and he starts to pull it down, and Seth Cullum's going to make the tackle. 77, Jalen Newsom's the one that creates the play as he blocks the running lane, and Seth catches up to him, and they lose a yard. Come back and try to hit the quick slant, and Justin Scott and company are in pretty good position right there. They're going to end up having to take a timeout right here. They're going to move people back and forth and then eventually call timeout as they can't get lined up, and Gallardi calls the timeout there. So now, still 3rd and long, ball's on the 8-yard line. Just want to hold them here,
please,
and make them punt it. And they're going to come back and hit the running back on the swing there, and I believe it was Adam Owens that trips him up, and Seth finishes him off. So we've held them, make them punt it to us, and I mean, we've got great field position. We're going to start at their 21-yard line.
Yes.
And everybody on our side of the field
feeling good.
Feeling good. Punch it in now. And, we just can't get cleanly through there.
Well, it's good they play in the play. They're not giving him a hole to cut back through.
Yep. Normally our O-line can make a hole, but we couldn't. Here we get a little bit of a hole there for Jackson, and he drives it down inside the 15. Big 3rd down here. And
nowhere to go.
That's the backside linebacker making the play there. And that's the free safety finishing them off. And so we'll go ahead and kick a field goal or attempt. And, you got really 3 parts to all that. You got the center, Reagan Tomlin. You got the holder, DJ Dillahay, and then you got the kicker, Justice Chadwick, and then you got the up front people that try to hold them out so you can kick. And we were off to the left on that one, so missed that opportunity. They come back and run a screen. 30 must really love playing against us because he's had 2 great games against us.
Yes, he has. You can tell he's excited about it, that's for sure.
And they're going to come back here and run their dive option, and, we don't get the dive taken.
Number 2's a pretty good player as well.
He's very good. He started for him last year as a freshman. They hit the smash over here, and, it's a 3-yard pass, and they get an 11-yard gain out of it. And that's the kind of pass plays that you look for.
That's what we usually do.
They come back and go deep here, and DJ Dillahay tips the pass, and Will Parton makes the INT, second interception, I think against Nolensville, now that I'm thinking about it. So, good job by the D. Now we need to take the ball back down the field, and fortunately for us, I guess, we were in motion there as we need to get that pass going forward. We were making it a lateral and didn't really want it to be a lateral. We do a good job there. We look at the numbers and get the ball out there, and Jacoby Thomas makes the reception, Brody Melton makes the block, and we pick up the first down. Come back, and they're doing a couple of things that they had not done any other time on any film we had on them. And they're taking their linebacker and jumping him out to the outside and then bringing him. You can see him here. He's lined up there at the top. We're so close right there to coming out of there, but 53 grabs him by his jersey there and won't turn loose. And we get a holding call that backs us up anyway.
But it looked like from the stands they jerked his head off.
Yeah, I think it was the jersey that he grabbed him by and pulled him back. Ryan Scott picks up 3 or 4 here. And we're in a 2-back set. We had really felt like that we had to have the extra blocker to run the ball against them, against what they were doing up front. And Jacoby picked up that first down, and looks like he's getting ready to make some big yards, but they box him in and get him out of bounds. But we've moved the ball from our end of the field to their end of the field.
They're pretty quick from side to side as well.
They've got really good athletes. They can run. And there's that linebacker again, sliding around, and our pulling guard, Ian Poe, he just, that's hard to see.
Can't find him.
Right, he's looking where he thinks that guy's going to be instead of where he actually is. And there we try to do the quick screen again, and you can see Jacoby upset that he dropped the pass there, or he would have been racing up the sideline again against that safety. And come back right here, we're trying to take it deep, and they get a good pass rush on us, and Ryan Scott has to pull it down. 4th down and 5, and we decide that it's a little far out, and so we're gonna go for it. And Jacob Dixon gets the first down as we give them a look that we hadn't used any other time this year.
Mr. Dixon's been Mr. Automatic for us pretty much this year. That young man's had a great season.
He has. Come back, we're going to do the same thing to the other side because of the numbers. And all we're doing is sitting counting numbers, and pick up another 3 or 4. Brings us to the end of the quarter and feel pretty good at this point in time.
0-0. We hadn't seen that in a couple years, Coach.
Yeah, but we feel like we're moving the ball and that we're down there on their end again, and so we just need to stick it in. That's what we're sitting there talking about.
And that's what, when you get to the second season where we were in, that's what it comes down to. It's who's going to battle the hardest. And like I said, it's not what you've done in the weeks past or the during the season. It's what you're doing today is what matters.
Every Friday night, it's what you do on that Friday night.
And you don't have to be a champion to be there. You just have to play like one. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey folks, Marty Scott here, Hometown Auto Sales. Been doing business in Tullahoma for 32 years. A lot of you know me. We've had the car lot for about 15 years now. You probably didn't know, we've had a body shop for 12 years. Most of the time, friends, family, other car dealers is all that we cater to. Well, now we're going to expand a little bit. We've got a new frame machine, we've got some new equipment. We're going to be opening up for the public to be able to suit your needs the same way as we did through the years. We're over here on 513 East Carroll. So folks, y'all come out and see me. We've got Connor Ostell here, will take care of you in the front. Then we got Chris Tinsley over here, take care of you in the back, and I'll do all your frame straightening and anything that you need. So folks, y'all come out and see me. Telephone number is 455-4733. Look forward to serving you. And as always, we give a little special deal to the vets and the seniors. Y'all have a good day.
Here in Tullahoma, we're very fortunate to have Builders Plumbing and Electric to serve all of our plumbing and electric needs.
Come see us while we have a short break at Builders Plumbing and Electric.
We're also fortunate to have Builder Supply, where we can get all the lumber to do any project we have around the house.
Come see us at Builder Supply.
Dr. Colin Bills, board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine-trained physician of Tenova Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is on the THS sidelines to support the athletes. When orthopedic care is needed, whether by a student-athlete or a weekend warrior, Dr. Colin Bills is available to you. He's accepting new patients at his Jackson Medical Plaza office just down the street from Tullahoma High School. Special precautions are in place at the hospital and his clinic office to keep you safe from COVID-19. Go Wildcats!
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
We go back to our diamond set. We like the numbers. Ryan decides to go to Jacoby on that one. And
lucky right there.
We are not running. We had the receiver running one route and Ryan throwing another. Come back and we throw that one backwards instead of forward. And so instead of us still being in field goal range, now we're asking Justice to try to make a 47-yarder, and it's on a fall just short. We don't throw that one backwards. We throw it forward. We're forward 8 yards, and that's a good field goal. And it's just little things that all night long that we're just not hitting on. They run the quick slant there, and DJ Dillahay keeps it from being any larger gain.
And the longer they stay, the more confident they get.
Well, they're pretty confident before they ever showed up. All you have to do is listen to them in warm-ups. When they tell you what they think about Tullahoma, you get a real idea about them. I'm just telling you what it is. Nolensville looks down their nose at us quite a bit. And so anyway, ball game's on.
There's always another year.
Unfortunately for us, we won't get to play them next year because they're not in our region anymore. They're a 5A school.
Well, they were a 5A school about 2 weeks after they
probably. But anyway,
they made that distinction
going at
2 years ago.
We'll probably be up at 5A in a couple of years, so maybe we'll see them again.
Great job. Great
Thought
job.
Landon Fouch had him an INT there, and that defense gets them off the field. Jacob Dixon almost said his brother Chase there on the return, but Jacob Dixon catches the ball, keeps that ball from rolling.
He's a sneaky little fella.
We've got the ball right where we need it. Good field position, 40-yard line. You like starting from there.
Yes, sir, buddy.
And Jackson, Sheffield, I'm telling you, it's tough running, and some people ask me, well, what's going on? Their linemen are very good, and they're very agile, and they're moving on the snap. They get Jackson for holding right there. That's the one I was telling you about. I couldn't understand how they got holding now. That he got a cold maybe as the guy went by him, and could have attempted holding.
Yeah.
But anyway, holding call, and almost threw an INT there trying to get it to Brody Melton in the middle of the field. And number 53 is the guy that got his hands on it, and he's a defensive tackle who had dropped back in there. They do a great job. That time they knocked the pass down, so we got a long yardage situation, and we'll go with a quarterback draw here and get pretty good yardage, but you're just so far behind the sticks that fourth down and have to punt the ball back to them. It is a defensive game. And Justice Chadwick punts the ball there, and again we get them backed up.
One-man kicking squad does a good job.
And good job there by Seth. Caden Tucker on the tackle for no gain. Defense does a good job of not being drawn off sides. Here comes your dive, and this time we don't close on it as fast, and so he gains about 5 or 6. Big third down. And this time they don't run the option, and the last time we played them, they wouldn't pitch the ball. Quarterback kept it. They had a pitch man, but he never would pitch it. And last night, he pitched it. He pitched it several times. Big first down for them. Good call.
That quarterback's a very good athlete, too.
That he is, and here they just rip us that time. That's all I can say. They got us.
Yep.
And second and short.
What is that, a trap play of some sort?
They were running a lot of counter trap.
Yeah.
And I thought Adam Owens makes a good play there.
Made a great play.
They don't call pass interference on him, and that's judgment calls. But I thought that he got his arm on it, and then this is just a great play by the quarterback. He's just throwing it away, but we had a chance for a sack, and he ducked right under us and throws it away as he's falling down. And here we just need to take a little bit better angle, but Tyreek catches up to him and stops him.
But we're tackling them going forward instead of knocking them backwards.
Yeah, the angle was the angle was the big thing. He needed to be flatter down the line, and therefore when he had hit him, he'd been knocking him not backwards, but he had been knocking him to the side, and that would have broke his momentum versus tackling him from the back. Here, fourth down, we read the play. We know the play. As soon as we saw the motion, I heard kids yelling it. Owen Stroop is all over where they were wanting to go, and quarterback just makes a play. Good job by Gallardi. Yeah. And DJ Dillahay keeps them from scoring right there. And then they're going to make a really, really nice throw and catch right here. You watch it in slow motion, the ball is just barely over Adam Owens' hands, and 82 is up above his hands. And
good play from a good team.
Yep, 2 good plays there by the quarterback. Their kicker,
ugly but good.
Ugly but good. So now we need to respond before halftime. That's the goal, is to get back in it here and You know, probably not the best idea by Jacob there. But
Jacoby's probably going, what?
No, I bet he's back there yelling for it.
Well, probably.
And then when it's tossed to him, he may have gone, what? You know, but anyway, we try to fake it to Jacoby because they'd been coming up so hard and going deep, but they've got people right where they're supposed to be. They've stayed back. They didn't bite up, and so they take a timeout right here. As apparently they were supposed to have checked out of that defensive front against empty. Come back, Ryan Scott's going to keep it there and picks up really good yardage and a first down. Come back, this time he gives it to Jacoby and he picks up really good yardage and a first down. So 2 good plays in a row. Come back with the play that we did just a second ago, and this time he gives it to Jacoby. And 54, who's a really, really good football player.
Right there.
Makes the tackle. That's a defensive tackle running him down. Come back and we run RPO where Ryan's got the option to run it or throw it, and hits Jacoby and picks up another first down. And we come back to the quarterback draw, and this time linebacker is either blitzing or sees it coming. I don't know if he was on a delayed blitz or either way. He wasn't dropping, so
no,
he's right there. So we come back and we're looking to throw it there. We thought we had a play on where we had a mid-level receiver coming open, and not there. They call us for holding, so we're backed up. Come back, throw it deep, and Joe Dalton does a good job of breaking that one up. He keeps it from being intercepted. And so we'll come back. We run Jacoby this time, and good blocking to get him started, and then he does a great job of breaking some tackles there and gets us back down to where we got a chance to get a first down. And first time since we played Marshall County the first time, I think, that we line up in the eye, and we blow them off out of there. So we'll line up and run it again. Clock's ticking, so we don't huddle. And we run Jacoby again with Hunter Parks leading him.
Out of bounds, clock stop.
So we huddle up and we stay in the eye. This time we go unbalanced against them. And,
watch this.
Jackson Sheffield drives it. I thought he'd gotten into the end zone, but they mark it short.
He did.
We have to use a timeout.
1 second left on the clock.
I think there's 5 left, and then there's only be 1 left after Brian scores right here. And Hunter Parks is going to give him a good old lift right here. Watch him. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
And, so
watch
anyway,
your back, because I'm coming.
Good job there by the offense. We have responded.
Brand new ball game.
Got a chance to tie it up, and we probably got momentum on our side. Justice puts it through with Reagan Tomlin snapping, DJ Dillay putting it on the block. 1 second left, so we're going to onside kick it. We don't want any return possibility, and that runs out the half. 7-7 at the end of the first half.
You know, when I walked in, one of the fellows in the stands near where I sit said, somebody said this is going to be a 43-45 game. He said, I don't think I can stand it. Well, 0-0 and then 7-7. I don't think I can stand it.
It was a good old defensive battle.
It was a great defensive battle.
For the people who are football purists from days gone by, you know, when we played them the first time, we thought they were the most physical team that we had played against. We came out of that game beat up. For the ones of you that keep up with us, you remember we didn't play some players the next week against Maplewood because of injuries and so forth. And, you know, sometimes you just have some freak things happen, and they're freak injuries that you get sometimes. And last night, we've got two young men that play fullback for us in that two-back set, Brandon Painter and Hunter Parks. Brandon Painter, there's a decision made in pregame that he can't go. He tried really hard to get ready all week long. So that leaves us Hunter Parks, and Hunter Parks is going to get hurt early in the second half. And all of a sudden, we're caught without a true fullback, because that's not really our style of offense.
Right.
And
Not
we're
since
going to take Keyshawn Cummings, who hasn't practiced all week because of an injury. That's what I'm saying. Heath McCullough has been a miracle worker throughout this week, trying to get kids ready by Friday. We're going to try to play Keyshawn there some in the second half, but it's not the same because he's out of position and hasn't been practicing that position at all. So since the third week of the season, and we were using it completely different in this ball game than we had used it in the third week of the season. So anyway, it's one of those things to talk about at halftime. This is what we want to try to do. And we felt like that the two-back set, that it gave us that extra blocker, and made it a hat for a hat. And regardless of what stunts or blitzes they were doing, we would have a hat in every gap. And then all of a sudden, early in the third quarter, you realize, all right, now what do we do? Because that's no longer really available to us.
Right.
So anyway.
But that's what happens down when you are in the stretch run.
Oh yeah.
You know, you people up in the stands don't realize that when they look at that football team on the field, how many of them out there are wounded in some way or another, and they're compromised due to something.
Yep.
But they're still making the effort to play the game. You don't realize that when you're sitting up in the stands. You think, well, there's old Joe, Jimmy and Joe down there. They're going to do such and such because they've done it all year. Well, maybe they don't have the capability of doing it.
Yep.
But they're giving you the best they got.
That's correct.
And
they want to be
that's
out
part
there.
of it. That's part of it. Speaking about the best they got, we certainly want to thank all of our sponsors this year for being with us on the John Ollie Fifth Quarter Show. A lot of them have been with us ever since we started this thing, and we have new ones on. Thank all of them. Go visit them, excuse me, and buy their products. Mio Mao Donut Palace over there across from the high school. Best donuts in Tullahoma. You got Sundrop, Deja Blue. They're our water sponsor. We want to thank them and the Sundrop shop for what they do down there, and Sundrop Bottling for what they've done for our community for years and years and years. Legacy Creamery. Don't forget, on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, they're open right across the street from our studio behind the Coker's Shopping Center here. And all of that money goes to build a facility at Tullahoma High School. And the run, walk, and ruck was very successful.
Yes.
That was held. Great family, great foundation for wonderful works. Thank you for your support of a great football team and our television network here at Channel 6, and for all the years of fun you've allowed us to have. And with that said, we'll take a quick commercial break and be back with halftime.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. cheering the team to victory, and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
Donuts. Tasty. Donuts. Donuts.
Daddy Billy's Deli Bar and Grill has been open at 119 Northwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma for over 40 years, serving up good times and great food. The inside is now a non-smoking facility and had a great outdoor patio area with a covered stage, a fire pit, and a second bar where smoking is allowed. The food remains great at Daddy Billy's, from burgers to paninis, salads, wings, with new items being added all the time. Great sides from onion straws, flat fried potatoes, and Tullahoma's only corn salad. Music and sports are important at Daddy Billy's with jam night every Wednesday night, bands and players on the weekends, and big screen TVs all over the place to watch sports. Daddy Billy's is now open Monday through Saturday and closed on Sunday. As a non-smoking venue inside, all ages are welcome to enjoy the food and fun at Daddy Billy's. With a great selection of domestic, imported, and local craft beers, a full liquor and wine selection, and the best food around, there is no reason for you not to be part of the good times at Daddy Billy's, 119 Northwest Atlantic Street, downtown Tullahoma.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Don't Stop Believing. Let's hear it for your THS band and Wildcat cheerleaders. Thank you, Wildcat fans, for all your continued support. Tonight, we wrap things up with the best fight song in the land. Kick it off, Colin.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Attention, attention! Tullahoma and surrounding areas. Spinelli's Pizzeria is now open at 121 Northwest Atlantic Street in downtown Tullahoma. They specialize in Philadelphia-style pizzas that you can order by the pie or by the gigantic slice. Spinelli's also has great sandwiches with breads imported from Philly, loaded stromboli, salads, and desserts. They are open from 11 a.m. until 3 a.m. with delivery every day. So stop by Spinelli's and get a slice.
At Minuteman Press, we can handle all of your design, print, and promotional needs. But did you know that we can print on so much more than just paper? We can help you with your outdoor advertising, such as posters and banners, even lawn signs and flags. We'll make sure all of your employees are dressed in custom branded apparel. Promotional items are a great way to keep your name in front of customers and attract new ones. Did you know that 89% of consumers can recall the advertiser of a promotional product they had received over the past 2 years? At Minuteman Press, we have the expertise to handle your entire direct mail campaign. Why direct mail? Because 65% of consumers have made a purchase because of direct mail advertising, and 39% have tried a business for the first time as a result of direct mail. So we will show you the best way to generate results for your marketing and advertising campaigns. At Minuteman Press, we design, print, and promote you. Contact us today to find out how we can help your business.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas. The comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by Elk River Public Utility District.
Hi, I'm Fran Gray with Alzheimer's Tennessee. When you receive a diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease for yourself or someone you love, please know that you do not have to go through this journey alone. Alzheimer's Tennessee is here for you to provide support and education, all the help you may need to get through this challenge. Our number is 931-434-2348. We encourage you to give us a call. We're here to help.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
quarter.
We got it. Kick off here.
New ball game. Let's see what happens here.
Justice puts this one about 5 yards deep in the end zone.
Yes, sir, buddy.
So they're going to come out and take a shot at us here. They're going to go deep. And he makes a little fake, and they do a little double move there, and trying to put it in between the safety and the corner. Here comes your counter option there, and we just can't get to him. Player that's assigned quarterback couldn't get there.
He is a good athlete.
So they get a first down. They're going to come back. They're going to take a throw over here. It gets tipped by Caden Bradford, and Owen Stroop almost comes up with INT. They were in an illegal set, so we take the penalty, so it's 1st and 15. And Gallardi picks up about 9 yards there to make it 2nd and 6. Good job right there. I believe that was Tyreek Nard. Yeah, Tyreek was underneath that pile, and Seth, he did a great job.
Is a bookend buddy.
And they go into the middle of the field, and that's a route that hurt us in the first game. And good job by Landon Fouch stripping him there. It's just, again, good fortune for them.
They got
that
the
it
ball.
rolled right to them instead of to us.
Looked like we had two of our defensive backs pick each other on that one.
Linebacker knocked off a safety, yes.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
And pretty good job there. DJ Dillahay holds him to a very short gain.
You better be doing something other than holding your hands out, buddy.
Good job by Seth. Seth blows it up, and Tyreek and Caden Tucker come along and get the tackle for the loss. So it's 3rd down and about 12. And they come back out on the swing pass there, and Owen's the first one to hit him. And Jacoby gets the tackle. And they're holding on the play, and the holding flag's about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so we take the penalty. They go deep, and ball's thrown out of bounds, so they'll punt the ball.
Straight out of bounds.
And it's punted straight out of bounds, and we're going to take over with good field position. 36.
They don't want Mr. Thomas getting that ball.
In the 2-back set, and you see Hunter Parks there leading on 53. Hunter will go light you up and pick up about 3, 2 or 3. And we jump right there. So we're backed up, 2nd and long now, so we'll go to a more wide open set. And we're going to run Jacoby Thomas. We're going to get good blocking out here at the point of attack, and he's going to blow past some people.
He can. Ain't no doubt about that.
And so we have scored to go up right here after Justice makes this kick. We're up 14-7, and this is where I'm thinking if we can just hold them and score again, that we'll have the game going our way and probably be able to put them away. But
Coach, what was Jacoby wiping off his shoulders? Was he about to catch on fire?
You just have to watch the pros and the college guys and decide what they do and what they want to do.
He's about to catch on fire out there.
I don't know. I don't understand things, but we don't get that one to the end zone, but we're down there and we just don't make the tackle. We have 2 misses,
We don't make the
now
tackle.
we can't catch him.
There's a block in the back right there.
And so they get all the momentum back. They don't miss this PAT. And good pressure there. We're still up 14-13, but momentum has jumped back to their side. So 2 big plays. We had the big offensive play. They had the special team play. And they do a good job covering. They get us before we can get it started back up the field. So now we're 79 yards away from the end zone. And we open up running with Jacoby there. And 33 played, I thought, really well for them last night.
They're doing a very good job of not letting us pass that first wave, or that middle wave.
Yeah. You know, we had the guy blocked, and he came off the blocker and made the tackle. But the offense gets first down, and moving it out where we can change field position. And there, you know,
hand the ball off. Son.
Yeah, Ryan says I should have read that one a little differently. And
you got a kid in the hole and you're taking the ball away from him.
He's reading that number 53, and he thought 53 was going to go take Jackson.
He did that time.
And so
he should have just swapped those 2 plays, Coach.
That's one of those where he'll sit there, you know, I'm sure as soon as it happened, he's going, boy, I misread that. And so 3rd and long, and we're looking, had 2 underneath routes and had another one coming in behind, and Brian couldn't find anybody open, and they get the sack.
I know these kids right now don't care to, but at some point, I know y'all are turning in their uniforms and football's over, so at some point do they get to sit together and look at the replays of this and
not this last one. We won't watch it together. You know, they'll watch it individually. Some of them I'm sure are already up this morning watching it.
Right.
It's all shared on a huddle app that they all have. All right, defense. Got to keep us in the game here. And boy, we're just not tackling very well right there.
And when we do, it's going downfield.
You know, so they get a first down. I would say that was a pretty good rip. And great job by Landon Fouch as he comes off the first receiver and ends up with the football in his hands as he makes the hit and causes the fumble.
Did that ball ever hit the ground?
No. He catches it in midair. So it's an INT. And so close.
Yeah.
Almost broke another one. And
almost broke a leg.
We roll an ankle. So, but again, we're back down in scoring position now. We just need to finish it off.
And your running back's on the sideline. One of them.
One of them. Now, we've got Keyshawn in there playing fullback right now, and that's not his normal position. And, you know, we get a holding call, so now we're back up. And they do a pretty good job of
tracking Jackson down.
Yeah, and then we get a unnecessary roughness call is what they told me last night.
Really?
One of our linemen was driving their linebacker down the field.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what the guy told me. So we run Keyshawn there, and
they blocked my baby too hard.
I don't know. You know, there was a lot of officiating going on by their players last night. Every time I looked around, 29's throwing his hands up in the air like look at me, they're doing something. And it's what it is.
And
14-13, then third quarter, we're back down there. We were down there easily in field goal position. Now we're trying to get back into field goal position.
Yeah. And folks, we have to look at this and think about it. This is a 12-0 football team. What a great season. What a great run.
And in 2 weeks from now, we'll look back on it and we'll feel good about it. Today, we're all kind of sore. And
in many ways.
In many ways, we're just, it hurts when you put so much work into something and you can't get over the hump that you thought you could. Yeah. And so, 2 weeks from now, we'll look at it a little bit differently than we do today. Today, I went to bed for myself at about 2 o'clock last night. When one of my former players texts me a little after 5 this morning, I'm answering him because I'm already back up.
Yeah.
And it is a frustrating morning, frustrating day, but this too shall pass. And we learn to handle things hopefully a little better than we do on some days. And there's other things in life where you have to fight and battle, and not every time it comes out the way you want it to, but you got to get back up and you got to go back and you go right back to work again. So anyway, fourth quarter will be coming up here in just a minute.
Yes, it will.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
The Gondola, located at 412 East Carroll Street, is Tullahoma's oldest pizza, pasta, and steakhouse, featuring all kinds of pizzas, calzones, pastas and steaks, chicken, pork, sandwiches, and seafood. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And don't forget that on Saturdays there's ribs and smoked Boston butts. Add a great variety of appetizers and desserts, and come on in, y'all. Gondola has it all. For carry-out, call 455-9738. That's the Gondola Steakhouse, located at 412 East Carroll Street in Tullahoma.
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, family practice dentistry for 29 years.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, fourth quarter, we're
Fourth
back.
quarter, we're letting the officials settle out what down it is. As that penalty that they called for unnecessary roughness was during the play and not after the play. And so anyway, it's third down and not fourth down. And we're going to run Jacoby. Don't really want to throw the ball against them in a throwing situation. Want to throw when they're not. So we're trying to run the ball now. We're trying to kick a 46-yard field goal, which is within Justice's range, but it's right there on it. And, I don't know if it fell just short, if it missed to the left there. I tried to look at it in slow motion, and maybe my eyes were blurry by then, I don't know. But I can't tell. And again, they pitched the ball, and you know, we had talked about that during the week, that if nobody had the quarterback, we had to make him pitch it, and that last time he didn't pitch it at all. So anyway, that's going to come back to haunt us a little later. And they're going to try to hit the slant there, and
he was open.
I think that was Seth dropping in the coverage there and made him throw it high.
That's that old Ronnie Dyer play right there, isn't it? Drop you in, defensive end back.
Yeah. Well, they came back and went over the middle and get the first down. As, you know,
so there's a 1 point difference right now, and this is a dogfight for a chance to go to the semifinals.
Again, they try to double move us, and DJ, pretty good situation there, pretty good coverage. It's going to take a perfect pass to get it in there, and then come back and run the screen there, and
miss him.
They pick up the first down.
Missed him in the backfield. Of course, that's what's supposed to happen when you throw that. The receiver is supposed to get that first guy to miss. Whole play is prefaced on that. Look at here.
They're going to get called for holding, and Tydrell put a pretty good lick on him, and ball came loose there briefly. That's the reason you saw 43 trying to jump on it. Come back, and you know, there's one of those plays that you say, if we're having the good fortune, Seth intercepts that one and is going the other way.
Right.
You know, just so close to making a play, and then here we're fortunate that they don't make the play. Is
behind us.
We're trying to change up coverage, and the dude just blew right by us.
You know, so it happens on both sides. You know, I mean, there's if that he'd have caught that, that'd have been 6.
Come back and they run the smash, and they're blocking us downfield. And I said something to the official. He says, I saw it. And I said, well, the pass was past the line of scrimmage. And he just turned and looked at me. I said, that wasn't a screen. And he just kind of shook his head. Like, oops, yeah, I missed that one.
Well, throw a flag.
So anyway.
They don't mind throwing them late on us.
Just one of those that. And
good job.
They keep hurting us though right there. Jacoby does make the tackle, make it short, as they had some holding penalties that had backed them way up. Thought Owen Stroop might block that one, but we don't, and can't quite get started. But you know what? We're in good field position. The ball doesn't hit the ground, doesn't roll. We're out beyond the 30. And we're having trouble getting lined up. We're going to miss blocks here, and so we're going to lose yardage on this play. As we just don't execute very well at all. And that's one where, you know, if Ryan's got it, and those two guys have to work together at making that read, and we didn't, so we lose more yardage. So we've gone from having it at 32 to a 3rd and 17. We go with the quarterback draw, and again, didn't want to throw the ball. We got a 1-point lead right now. We're just trying to play defense, play field position, and see if we get an opportunity. And then bad fortune happens for us, good fortune for Nolensville. As the ball snapped over our head and rolling toward the end zone, and Justice scoops it up and just heaves it on out of the end zone. So we get a safety, now we're down by 1.
And kicking off to them.
And kicking off to them from the 20. And instead of kicking it deep, we decide to kick it to one of the short guys, and it turns out to be a pretty good decision. They get a penalty there, and so we actually come out pretty good. Right here, it's the option. We got to tackle the dude. We got to have somebody take the dive, somebody take the quarterback, and somebody take the pitch. And of course, they're starting to drain the clock now.
Yes, sir, buddy. Yes, sir, buddy. They're 1 point ahead. You can think, how in the world can they take
There's the stretch, and we're in good play.
Missed him.
Yeah, that's big.
Missed him.
Needed that one. And so anyway, we just...
That's a flyby shooting right there.
We knew the play. As soon as we saw where 54 had lined up, we knew what was coming. And there, we just couldn't make the tackle. Here comes the option, and if we are taking the pitch that time, because we finally had somebody on the quarterback, then we get a big loss, or even better yet, maybe we knock the ball and we're scrambling and running and trying to scoop that ball up and go. But we weren't able to do it, as we hold them to a short game, but it should have been a negative play for them. And that's where you know. And they're in an unbalanced set. Here comes the motion guy, and here comes the quarterback. We're in pretty good position out here. He turns it up inside and picks up hard yards. He's a hard runner. Now you got the tailback back there in their Wildcat. He's getting ready to come right at us right here. We know where it's coming. You don't know whether it's off tackle or outside, and they go outside with it and pick up the first down. And now the clock's really bleeding down as we've started using our timeouts. And
Missed him.
Got him though. We got him behind the line, and it's just now it's just a matter of time.
We need the ball.
And again, we got him back there behind the LOS. And they don't give it to him a third time. Get him down. We're out of timeouts. And he punts it out of bounds. And we're going to take over in decent field position. But no time. Absolutely no time. Very little time left on the clock. I think 12 seconds.
Yeah, 12 it was.
So we execute a play we call last play. And we do it about as well as we can. We throw it to Brody Melton. He laterals it to Jacob Dixon, and then Jacob runs it until he has to option somebody, and he pitches it to Jacoby. And if we'd have gotten another 7-8 yards, we'd have tried a field goal. But we're 55 yards out, so we're not going to do that. So we're going to throw a Hail Mary. You'll see Jacoby come running in for it. That's his job, and then everybody else is looking for the bounce, the tip. And
it's the ground.
And even if we caught it, we'd had to still get into the end zone, as we were really outside the distance that we like to be inside the 35. We'd like to be around the 30-yard line to throw a Hail Mary. And so anyway, it brings our season to an end. It was a very, very good season as far as football went, our guys played hard. They played well the vast majority of the ball games that we played. On the nights where we weren't hitting on all cylinders, they could get it together and pull it together. And one of the fears that we had was how would our young men react in a tight ball game, because we hadn't had a tight ball game.
Right.
And so they reacted well. They played hard. They played. It was just you got to have a little fortune, and we didn't have it. And sometimes you got to create it, and we weren't able to create it. Hats off to Nolensville for being able to win the ball game, and they'll play Elizabethton this coming Friday in the state semifinals. The two of them played last year in the state semifinals. Elizabethton's the defending state champions, and
who won out west last night? Hardin County?
No, I think it was Lexington beat Hardin County, and
Ripley.
Haywood beat Ripley, I believe. It was a 21-20 game. All the games. Haywood, I think, won 17-3. Hardin County and Lexington was a 1-point game. We were a 1-point game, and I think Elizabethton won by 4. Elizabethton and Greenville, two pretty good teams. We had been checking up on both of them. We had already started gathering tape, and both those two teams have won the state championships 3 out of the last 4 years, I guess, and or 3 out of 3 maybe.
So you put tape on the shelf and pull it out the next time you need it.
Yeah, put it into a file nowadays. It goes in a file.
Yeah, doesn't go on the shelf, does it?
No, goes in
Well,
that
Coach,
computer file.
we're hurting right now, mentally, physically. Our young men, we have some young men that are physically in pain. A lot of them mentally in pain, emotionally in pain. But like you said, 2 or 3 weeks from now, after Christmas, during the holidays, something like that, these boys are going to look back. We're going to look back and say, this is one of the premier years in Tullahoma High School football.
Yeah, I've said it for the last 6 weeks, I guess. These young men are the best football team I've been around. I wish I knew how to get them past the quarterfinals and get us to the semis and get us to the state, but wasn't to be. You got to have some things go your way.
That's
right. We had made a lot of third down conversions throughout the year. Last night we didn't make as many third down conversions as we normally do. We have run the ball against everybody we've played, including Nolensville. Last night we ran it some. We just couldn't run it consistently, right. And they did a good job at shutting down the throwing game. I don't think
if you haven't got a consistent running game, that
does make a throwing game a lot easier. Makes it a lot easier. Our coaches, my hats off to them.
List our coaches and let some of these folks out there, because a lot of folks look down on the sideline and they see all these people and they don't really know who they are, but they're all part of the process.
They are, and let's start with the video people that are part of the process. Bob Lamorier and Terry Daniel and a student named Connor King do all of our video. When our coaches sit down to watch, they get 3 different shots. You're seeing one of the shots that they get, but we get what's called a wide shot, and we get an end zone shot on every play, and that's one of the first places to start. And then let's move to the weight room, where I think we've made tremendous progress. This is by far and away the strongest team I've ever been around. We're physically strong as well as being talented as football players. Coy Sis heads that up. Larry Campbell works with him, and even Whitney Morris comes in there and fills in when we need somebody else in the weight room. And then you got an athletic training staff, and I'm going to start with maybe Heath's right-hand person, and that's his daughter Caroline. She's a senior. I don't know what we'll do without her next year, but one of the things that we've had to do is we have to take a role and a temperature every day this year. And Caroline has done that, and she does a lot of other things that Heath and I will both really miss. Heath McCullough is our head trainer. Ricky Christie works with him as a trainer, and those two guys, especially the last 3 weeks, they have been super busy at trying to keep us patched together. Part of it is that it's just that time of the year for this sport. The other thing is we just had some freak things happen, like turf toes happen, and we had a toe get stepped on in the locker room this week, and the toenail had to be removed because it was damaged so bad. And there are things that happen, and it's part of it, and you just
things happen.
Next man up, or hopefully get them patched back together. Then you get to the, I guess, on the field staff, and our defense is headed up by Coy Sisk, and he does a lot of the head coaching stuff when I'm not around, as I also carry the title of AD, and so I'll go do something for athletics while he takes care of football. He coaches the linebackers. Our defensive tackle coach is Coach Johnson, and Coach Johnson does a good job with those guys. He came over from the middle school 2 years ago and replaced Coach Britton. You got Coach Searcy. Corey Searcy does the defensive ends and pretty much oversees the entire defensive line. Secondary is handled by Brady Goodman and Jared Olive, and Brady pretty much takes care of the corners, and Jared takes care of the safeties as they work together. And then on the offensive side, you got Mo Torres and Tim Lemon who do the offensive line. You have Maurice Shaw who does running backs. You got Caleb Olive that does the quarterbacks, and you've got Jared Olive and Brady Goodman that do the wide receivers. And Michael Holliday takes care of all the kicking game now, and works with those kickers. And there's a reason we're able to do some of those unique things you've seen for the last couple of years, is because he works with those kickers on doing those special pop-ups, or in situation of Justice Chadwick, he has been instrumental in helping Justice to progress to be one of the best kickers in our state. And Justice will bounce back next year as a senior, and you watch and see how far he pounds the football. I bet he puts a bunch of them out of the end zone next year, because he has gotten bigger and stronger. And his kicking coach, personal kicking coach that he goes to, told him he had to weigh 185 pounds before a Division I school will even think about looking at him. Justice weighed probably 145 at the time. Justice, if you look at him now, he is getting stronger, and he's hurt. He played hurt. He injured his back, and has been that way for the last half of the season now. So he's toughed his way through it and has done really well for us.
Yeah, he has.
I think I wrapped it up there. I maybe left somebody out.
No,
I could tell you about our travel crew, because we got a travel crew too that takes care of that.
We need to get to Randy Wilson and Jimmy Hollingsworth.
I was going to say, Jimmy and Randy and Tom Fulton. Ricky Christie kind of heads that crew up. And
Mike. Where was Mike last night?
I understand Mike had a better offer last night. He decided to go to the races. COVID's taken a toll on him too. He doesn't get to come hang out with us on game day like he used to, and I think that's a sad part to the COVID. There's a lot of sad parts to it, but that's one of the casualties for us, is that he's not able to be down there. He loved to come and eat breakfast and stay the day down there and talking with the players, and is just not able to do that. So
we miss him. The fans miss him. Guarantee you that.
Yeah.
And we want to give a couple of shout out to some other people as well. We have so many devoted viewers that have watched this show for years, and you don't realize until you walk among the community, and it happens some during during the year when they're talking about the living show or the news or Christmas parade or something, but it's especially during football season when you have people, I have people walk up to me that I don't even know who they are and give us a thank you for doing what we do and bringing them the programming we have, and particularly during football season. Brian Tate's one of the, he's the biggest Wildcat fan.
That's correct.
And Brian, we love Brian, and he's been captured by the COVID as well. I don't know that he's been to a ball game this year.
Right.
If he did, it was early on. My friend Max is staying in now, and Max and Ronnie, I want to thank them for their support of all the things that happen in Tullahoma. They're involved in so many things, and of course Max is not an ex-football player, past football player.
I got you.
Football players are sort of like the military. You're not an ex, you're just not playing right now.
That's correct.
But certainly want to thank Max and Ronnie for all that, and personally for our personal family. They've been very supportive of us, and during some times of hardship and things going on. And there's no way you can really count how much that means to somebody. And somebody like a program like we have here, our football program. There's so many of them out there, you just can't name all of them. But Hollinsworth, I miss seeing you because we've been home for a long time, and I usually don't see Jimmy until we're on the road. We hook up on the road and around the trailer and everything. And I hope the Hollinsworth family is eating breakfast, watching John Ollie fifth quarter show this morning. So with all that said, Coach, thank you very much for what you've done for our community. Your coaches have done an outstanding job. This has been one of those wonderful rides. Put last night's game away and look back at the outstanding football that's been played by the Tullahoma Wildcat football team and their coaching staff and the support of the fans. One group we forgot to mention, very important, two groups. Number one, Tullahoma High School Band, been very supportive throughout the year, being there and playing and helping, and the Marine Corps.
Yep, absolutely. And
we appreciate those folks.
We do. We're in a new region for the next 2 years, and I had a new region meeting this past Monday, and one of the coaches came down and watched us in Marshall County play because Marshall County and us are going to be in this new region with them. And he talked about what an awesome environment that we had, that the facility was super nice, and that he talked about the band standing down there in the dark and playing, how neat that was. And he said, you got your military people out there after every score. He says, it's just an awesome environment, and it is. And we appreciate our administration for the support of Jason Quick and Dr. Stevens and
the ones before.
And the ones before. It's been a good experience, and I look forward to football in 2021. And it will roll back around, and hopefully without COVID, and we'll be able to have some fun playing a game called football.
And guess what, folks? There's a whole lot of this year's team going to be coming back, so we have some great things to look forward to. Coach Olive, congratulations, sir. Have a wonderful Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday season. Take a rest. Turkey Day's coming up pretty soon.
It is.
Go ahead and take a nap. I know you need one. Folks, thank you again so much for your support throughout this season and throughout everything we do here on Channel 6. We appreciate you. Without you, we couldn't be here. And our sponsors, go out and thank them. Please have a safe and happy holiday season. Merry Christmas to you. Don't forget the reason for the season. Smile, find joy everywhere you look, and be well. We'll see you next time.